Good morning, April 17. It's Friday. It's my day off. There are a couple things I want to get done. I want to update you guys on everything. It was a fucked up week, but I'm alright. I'm alright. Thanks for all your messages. I want to walk around the city, do something fun today. I'm not going to have a lot of time to do fun stuff, so today would be a good day to do that. And maybe, if I have time, I'll put some pants on. Maybe. Okay, let me change. Let's go outside. Here we are in Times Square. Do you see anyone around? Do you see anybody? Nobody's here. I'm in Times Square. Where is everybody? Nowhere to be found. Let me find a good spot so we can talk. So here we are in Times Square. As you can see, it's absolutely deserted. It's insane. I actually have a little story to tell you guys. I was ready to go for my first day. I had everything prepared ahead of time. I checked my emails, I double checked my emails. Instead of taking an Uber, I decide I'm gonna walk from the hotel to the hospital because that's gonna be my daily commute. It's only a 35-minute walk, no problem. It's pouring rain outside, screw it. You know what? If it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. I should still walk. The rain is like blowing sideways into me. I'm getting all soaking wet. There's this puddle. It's not a normal puddle. It's like a small swimming pool. I got this. I'll just jump over this puddle. Turns out it's raining. I thought it won't be that bad. I'll just carry an umbrella. Well, what I didn't calculate is that I don't have any shoes that are equipped for this. So I don't know if you can see that. There is an unavoidable puddle. I tried to jump over it. I ended up jumping into it, and now my shoes are completely soaked. I'm probably gonna have wet socks for the rest of this 12-hour shift. So, lesson learned, huh? How to spot a Californian. Wet socks. I basically had wet shoes and wet socks the entire first day of orientation, which, by the way, they messed up. So I get to the entrance of the hospital. This hospital is huge, by the way. I'm trying to figure out where the room is. Okay, so I report to the front desk. They said, okay, go follow this pathway, this pathway, this pathway. It seems like a long walk. So I make my way over and I see this line of what I'm assuming are travel medical professionals. I'm waiting in this line. The line's going kind of slow because everyone is social distancing. So everyone is 6 feet apart, and this pigeon is really close to me right now. The table, the booth where we're getting our paperwork is only serving 2 people at a time, so it's getting kind of slow. So finally it's my turn. I get up to the booth and he asks, okay, name? I say Timothy Ferralis. He's looking through his laptop. I don't see you on the list. Do you know your unit? I didn't know what that meant, so I just said respiratory. He's like, okay, let me check. He looks for respiratory. He says, your name's not coming up. Do you know what room you're supposed to be reporting in? Yeah, I got the email right here. It says I'm supposed to go to so-and-so room. Oh, okay, well, we'll just have you go to that room, grab a packet, go to the room. There's a bunch of people already there. They're like, okay, so let's get started with orientation, blah, blah, blah. Looking at this packet, and I'm seeing per diem, RN, traveler packet. Uh-oh. As I flip through this packet, I'm realizing that the orientation is about glucometers, all these devices that are nursing devices. I'm thinking, wait, this is a nursing orientation. Everyone here is an RN. I'm at the wrong spot. So now I'm thinking, okay, I came here early, no problem. I'll be a little bit late. I just gotta find where the respiratory orientation is, and I'll be fine. I go back to the booth where they're doing all the paperwork. The lady in charge there was, oh, did you find everything okay? I told her my situation. I told her, hey, I'm a respiratory therapist. They sent me to the RN orientation. I don't know where that is. So she's like, give me one moment. She gets on the phone. They're working on it. Hang tight for just a moment. The worst thing possible would be for me to be stranded in New York without a job. So I'm like, okay, hopefully they figure it out soon. So I go to the cafeteria. 3 hours pass. I've basically sent a bunch of emails, a bunch of texts out to everyone. No one's getting back to me. So I run to the front desk. Does anyone here know where the respiratory orientation is? One of the ladies was like, I have no idea. And then one of the girls says, I know where you're supposed to go. Oh, thank God, I wish I did this sooner. So I finally find the respiratory department. There's one lady in there. She's like, oh, you're a traveler? Yes. I give her my name. My name is not on the respiratory list. And I'm thinking, what is going on? Am I not gonna have a job? Just hold on one moment. Let me put your name in. Let me email a bunch of people and we'll go from there. In the meantime, you could go to this room and get your badge. Of course, my name's not in the system. I'll wait there for another 20 minutes, puts my name in the system, boom, got my badge. So orientation was basically, I got my badge, I got my mask, I got my name put in the system, and then I went home. So my first day actually working respiratory, I was following this girl. She had 25 ICU vents all by herself. Obviously, I was there to help her, but I'm new. Basically, the day consisted of running around and keeping people alive. So normally when you have a ventilator, you're supposed to check the ventilator as often as you can. These machines, they can malfunction, or the patients are not being synchronous with the vent, meaning that they're not tolerating the vent. If the patient's not tolerating the vent, the patient's not breathing. In my old facility, we check the vents, ICU vents, every 2 hours. Sometimes if you get busy, maybe every 4 hours. So here, you're only expected to check the vent once per shift. Why? Because you don't have time to do anything else. You have 25 of them. All of them are COVID patients. All of them are critical. All of them are dying. And these COVID patients, they go from good to bad very, very quick. You gotta respond right away or else their patients are gonna crash. And that is a lot of stress. You have 25 of these. There were some therapists who had 37. Can you imagine? So normally, if you have 6 ICU vents, you're freaking busy. When you're on a ventilator, there's so many things that can go wrong. And there's so many tests you have to run to make sure that the patient is actually tolerating the vent, because the smallest change, the smallest tweak can be the difference between a patient living and a patient dying. And these COVID patients, again, they're like on a razor's edge. Yesterday was the first day I was alone. I only had 10 ICU vents only, right? That's a lot, but it's definitely not 25 and it's definitely not 37. Basically what I did was in the beginning of the shift, I made sure that I got all my vent checks done early. After that, I was basically running around putting out fires, like a small deviation in the ET tube. Like the cuff was slightly deflated, the tube was positional, there was a mucus plug, so you got a lavage. A lot of the times, the nurse just calls you and says, hey, my patient's not doing okay, can you check on them? And you go in there, and there's 50 things that could be wrong, and you need to narrow it down to the 2 things that could happen so that you don't waste too much time. Because if the patient is not breathing or the patient is not doing well and you don't fix them in 2 minutes, then the patient is gonna die. So yeah, that's just kind of what the work is like. You know, you document, you chart when you can, you do your vent checks if you can, but your job is just to keep people alive, and that's it. There's a lot of critical thinking, and it's actually a lot of fun. I don't want to make it sound like I'm complaining or anything, because this is why I'm here. I'm glad that I'm here, because imagine the stress of having that many COVID patients, that many ICU vents by yourself, and now your work is cut in half. You're still really freaking busy, but now the patients can actually get proper care because you're not having to choose between going to this room or this room, because the whole time your phone is ringing and you have to decide which patient you're gonna see first. But hopefully now, I'm being useful. Hopefully now, therapists can actually take their time with the patients instead of putting out one fire while these 3 other rooms are completely ablaze, if that makes sense. Alright guys, I don't want to spend too much time outside for obvious reasons, and my hands are so cold right now, I can't feel anything. Just gonna go back to the hotel. It's really cold out here. Yeah, I just want to say thanks for all the support. I know some of you are following me on Instagram. Some of my posts seem like I'm like sad or lonely or whatever. I really do appreciate all the messages you guys are sending me, but I'm okay. nothing. That I'm all right. You know, it's just a little bit lonely out here. Obviously, I don't really have anyone to talk to, so I really do appreciate all the messages, all the support. It's just, obviously, it's really stressful. The workload is insane, and I don't really have any way to communicate to anyone. So the messages really do help. So thank you for that. I wasn't expecting everyone to be so supportive. Now that I see that, it just makes me want to work harder for you guys. Like, I don't want to let anyone down. There are just times where there are just times where you ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why do I have to like care? I can just say screw it. I'm not gonna try my best. I'm not gonna try my hardest. And that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to just collect my paycheck and leave. I'm here to make a difference, and I just gotta remember that. But yeah, just to wrap up, I'll just keep this video shorter. I don't know if it came out short. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm gonna say it over and over again. I really appreciate you guys, messaging me and everything. I'm fine. I'm okay. It's just everyone's stressed out, all right? This job is very stressful, but it's also a lot of fun. Having all these messages and all these guys backing me just makes me want to work harder. It just makes me want to do a better job with each patient. There's so many times where you're just tempted to like just say screw it. I'm not gonna deal with this right now. I felt like when I was working at my other facility, it's like, well, at least I get to hang out, because I've been there for a while, and I get to talk to everyone, and that's like kind of like my social time. But right now I don't have any social time, so it's a little bit lonely. Like, honestly, everyone's lonely right now. I mean, it's not just me. It's not just me who's lonely. Everyone's lonely, and no one. That's kind of the bottom line, right? Yeah, everyone has different tolerances for loneliness. I think mine is pretty high. I think it's just the fact that I know that no matter what, I'm in a different state right now. So most of my interaction is gonna be through messages, and for me that's a lot. It means a lot. So thank you guys. I'll be okay. Trust me. That's it. Hopefully this video was interesting. Hopefully I'm not boring you to death. Hopefully I'm I don't know. What am I talking about? What am I saying? This video sucks, huh? I'll see you guys next time. Bye.